Alrighty, I made a few keychains yesterday. A few different designs. That's the nice thing about making keychains is you get to draw, I guess. I like drawing, that sort of thing, making. And you can make your own little design. So here's one. It's a little wagon. And these have been oiled, and then I put a little super sheen. It's called EcoFlow Super Sheen on them. And next I'm going to add some antiquing gel, and it's going to make them look like this. So this is before. Some people like this look too, but I like the after antiquing. And then we'll put some dye on the outside, black, and buff it out. It should look something like this. This is using thick 9-ounce leather. I've made some with some thinner leather. They're nice too, but I also like the thick kind. So that's what they're gonna look like here in a minute. And I wanted to show you all how I do it. And there's a ton of videos out there you can watch. I watch Dan Gonzalez. Dan Gonzalez. And Cheney is his name. Bruce Cheney, I think, out of Gainesville. And of course, Tandy with Jim Linnell. He's really good. But they show you how to do all this Tandy leather. Tandy leather out of Fort Worth. So just take these. Like I said, I already oiled them and super sheened them and left them overnight. I've added the oil and let that sit in for a few hours, and then I added the super sheen overnight. Now it's the next morning, and the guys on the TV use the guys on the other channels use wool, like scrap pieces of wool. I don't have any wool, so I'm just going to use this little daubers that I got. I'll show you right now. You got any from these people. There we go. Here's one. I have this little dauber. I'm just going to apply it with that. I'm going to apply it and pretty much wipe it off kind of right away. I'll do them all and then I'll come back and wipe them all. Come on, guy. Open up. Okay. Hey, hard to open. Just to go ahead and apply this whole deal here. Put that aside. Just like this. I did not oil the sides of it. The sides because I'm going to paint the sides black, and I want it to paint to soak into the side edges. Put a little more on there. Making sure it gets all in the cracks. In the cracks of the art you did. Here's the next one. Pour that guy out into a little cup because it's getting all on the rim. Just like that. Make sure you get it all in there real good. Turn it over. I guess you could apply it with your hands, but we'll just stay like this. Make sure it gets all in there. And last one, flower. Put some new gloves on. I made the mistake of not doing it without gloves before. And that was fun. My hands were not looking pretty. So, what now, you say? I should just throw this away. But I want to try to get some of this back. It's a lot in there. It won't come out so easy. Get in there, Joe. All right. Trash those. And again, they use, I've seen people on the YouTubes use wool to wipe this off. Piece of scrap wool. I gotta get some, I guess. But I don't have any. So, paper towel it is. I could use a could use a cloth, a towel, but I don't have one nearby. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this off. Move this guy over a little bit. Look at all the, you can see all the detail in it. I might let it sit longer than these other ones. It looks pretty good. What do you think? Brings out all the detail and the artwork. Even that handmade stamp on top, see? Pretty good. I like that. I'm gonna come back also with a wet cloth and take off in a little more here in a second. Oh man, that looks really good. See the difference between this one and this one is I put veins in the leaves. And they're all handmade, hand stitched, hand cut, hand tooled. I made them all. It's a lot of fun making these keychains. Next one. They take quite a while. Because you stamp them, tool them, cut them, stitch them. Took me kind of all day to make all these 5 here. Between drying and gluing and all that stuff, and then me not paying attention, doing other things, messing around. I need a new paper towel. My kids like this one the best. I say kids, they're already grown. They're 20, 19, 22. But they're still kids. They're young. It does look cool. And the last one, the flower. All right, looks pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is come back with a wet one, with a wet cloth. Take a little more off. If I could find my water, that would be great. So starting with the water on the first one. Takes off a little more, see? Not too wet. Don't get crazy. See how it takes off a little more? To even give it more contrast. I like that. There we go. There they are. Just gonna let them dry, and then I'll come back and burnish the edges. We'll burnish the edges, make them black and shiny, and the front we'll buff it out. And they're gonna look real nice here in a minute. I'll put the key ring on it, and then that'll be it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So off camera, I dyed the edge of these. And now I'm just gonna kind of burnish them, make them shiny. And that's gonna be pretty much it, I think. See how they're dull right now? We'll give them a little, shine them up. I got this gum Keychains. Now, I don't know if you put it on before or after, or I see people do it different ways, but I'm gonna put it a little after here. This one's pretty much done. Give it a light coat of this gum Keychains, and some people say you don't even have to use it. They say use water, which is fine too. But since I got it, give it a shot. And I learned something new from Don Gonzalez today in his site. You see how I got this little wool daubers. These wool daubers here. They're very hairy, and they soak up a lot of dye or ink dye. And when you're adding it to the edges, I always get some over the edge. You can see right here, I did here where I tried to get it out with a sandpaper, and it just looks bad, you know. So what he said to do was to burn it, and by golly, I'm gonna burn it from now on. Burn off these little fuzzies so it doesn't get, so that problem doesn't happen, see? So just lightly burn off the fuzz. Smells pretty bad, but just burn off some of those hairs and they'll get tight a little bit, not too much, because then it gets crusty and then you're ready to go. Less fuzz, and then very little bit of ink. So that's that. Lesson learned for the day. And let me continue with this. Gumming these. I think I gummed it already. Gum that one. Gum this one. Gum all of them. And I got this machine right here. This little guy. See how it's shiny? That's nice. And I'm starting to learn that if you sand it down properly to begin with, like I'll hit it with an 80 grit sandpaper and then go 250, you know, 300 or whatever it is, up to like 600 or 800, even 1,000 grit. So you make it smooth to begin with. This part is a whole lot easier too. It looks a whole lot better. And it does have a groove where I can do like this, but the angle on it is just not right. Oh, this one's working out pretty good. I need to work on making it more of a beveled edge here where I don't fold over that little lip right here. See, that looks pretty good right here, and it's catching all the way around. That looks good. See how right here you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little pocket in between, so I have to hit it like this. There we go. I think that's pretty much good for this one. I'm gonna hit it again here in a minute. But look how shiny that is. It's nice. It looks good. This part probably needs a little more. Dang. There's two. There's the before and the after. I'm gonna push stop here and finish the rest of these, and then I'll show you the end results. So I decided to hit it one more time with a little light coating of Super Sheen. Lock all those colors in. Lock that edge in, and then I'm gonna shine it up here. I think it'll give it a nice coat. Just a light coating. I don't want it soaking in too much. I want it to dry fairly quick. Get some shine out of this edges. We'll let that dry for a minute, and then we're gonna buff it out a little bit, and then we'll be done. I'll put a ring on it, and that's it. Be right back.
You know, no one really taught me how to saltwater fish. It's
So I'm back. We're done.
so a lot of you who
I
fish in the Midwest, you have bass. Well, bass and snook,
I
same thing.
buffed them out, dyed them, and
harder. You know, you got current,
This is it. Look how nice it look.
Gill plates that can cut you off. A snook can cut you off. A bass doesn't really cut you off unless you don't know how to cut.
I mean, I think they look nice. Of course, I made them.
So I basically
Right.
just worked my way up the chart.
But
Start off with small
check it
baits,
out.
And you know, you start catching small fish, and you figure out, okay, well, if I work up to this,
I'll bring them in for a close up here.
size, you gotta use leader for snook.
There's one.
You know, I'm totally interrupting real quick. It's, just remember, I was fishing in Sebastian, my buddy Glenn Austin, we were with Slump, right back videos.
Two.
And Big Fork guy. We were throwing little trout,
Three.
with soft plastic.
Right.
Stone hook, no joke, 45 plus inch snook. On the smallest thing you've ever seen. You know
Number
that's not
4.
they trout. And he ate this little jig and it was heartbreaking. It was giant. It was like 30 pounders.
Number
So you
5.
say it, elephants eat peanuts.
I'll probably put these up on Etsy for starters, and
No.
my wife and I, we go to a lot of trade shows, and we sell. What I do is I sell pickles for a living, and I might throw a table out there with some of my keychains and lures and some knives I made. See if I can sell some. But if you're interested in one, let me know. Shoot me a message.
You have to have that entire box.
Yeah, you do. I
Um,
mean,
Doesn't matter if you're in
As far as price, I don't know. I haven't decided.
they catch bonefish.
Here's a little thinner one, thinner leather,
No, dude,
with my last name, which is Hernandez, and a flower pattern, Sheridan style flower pattern,
It's a really delicious fish, but everything needs them. And you can
and a
put
little
piece of
horsey.
shrimp on there, and not that it needs it at all.
I got several stamps of horses, frogs, caterpillars, butterflies, stars, different things. But yep, this one needs to be buffed out a little bit again. These are some of the first ones I made, and I'll go back and buff them. But that's it. I got these rings. If you want to see me put a ring on,
Reel 'em in constant and
back out a little bit,
motion of the feather. This is a little bit of a short one. When you get other ones,
and put a ring on one of these. Not that complicated. I just split it up with my finger, get it in there. Try not to scratch anything.
and every fish is going to be different. You know, I do it faster because
Now it's finished, right?
but if you're fishing for flounder or like, you know, trout, you know, you can go
Ready for the keychain.
presentation. 48.
What the heck? Let's do them all here real quick.
I would say in the mid 30-pound range.
That's it. That's it, guys. I mean, if you want to finish watching me make these,
I've never really weighed.
cool. If not,
too
talk
big,
to y'all later.
I don't really care, but
Please like and subscribe, and
You know, it's so funny.
I'd like to get this channel going a little bit. I'll just keep on doing it, and hopefully somebody watches. I think I have like 80 subscribers right now. 80 subscribers. What do you know? I'm watching Blacktip H fishing. I like to watch fishing shows. Leathercrafters. What else? People making knives. People making stuff is what I like to watch.
when it comes to snook fishing, I mean,
Help each other out, borrow some ideas.
trophy mark. If you come, you know, if you don't fish for snook and you come down to Florida and you catch anything over 40 inches,
Well, I'm scratching it here at the end.
But when the time is right here in Jupiter or Stewart
See there?
or Fort Pierce, you know, the capital of
That's
snook
a boo-boo.
on the East Coast, when it's right, the average fish is 38 to 42 inches. That's the average.
See if I
size
can do
fish.
that without scratching.
So like you said, the 44-inch mark for us now is kind of like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guide all summer long, and we catch probably, I would say close to 100 fish around 40, 42 inches.
How many fish you catch this summer that were over 44?
3 or 4.
What's the biggest fish you caught this summer?
45 inches. Yeah, we caught
That's a
one,
monster.
we caught one 45-inch fish and probably 3 44s.
Yeah.
And those are the top, 5% fish. So, and I've caught 40-inch fish on every single thing.
You gave me trouble.
So what's your favorite way to catch them? Do you like
Here's where it scratches.
For me, it's top.
And lift that up. There we go.
Top water.
like that video we did?
Yeah, that video.
If you guys haven't seen that video, go seriously after this stream.
All ready to go
You'll see
for Etsy, eh?
We catch
It's
like
it.
10 on like this.
My Etsy page is
super shallow.
excuse me. Etsy page is in the description.
That
It's under Mike's Handmade Knives. Is what I started doing.
it doesn't
And then I cut myself real bad, and now I don't make those as much anymore.
But I'm a guy now.
Here's the
so
gash.
My most
See here?
preferred method.
Am I showing you the gash?
Right here. You're gonna have
There's the gash.
I'll move this one. Show us
Cut myself pretty good. It was a bleeder.
bait where you
I got scared, so
right. So
something on the bottom.
I don't do that much anymore.
I'm not
I will. I like to. I just
not to be technical.
found another hobby. Here's some other ones. But, oh yeah, I need to redo. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. Bye bye.